Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone.
Freeze!
Windblade! Leave it all to me. I'll catch up. must leave no stone unturned. Huh.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Someone needs assistance. Someone needs assistance. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.
You are not welcome here. Dodge this!
Get him!
This moment will be frozen in time. Freeze! Dodge this! You are not welcome here. What's the hurry?
Steady as stone.
Bet you can't keep...
Freeze!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Dodge this! Cool it! Dodge this! Don't get frostbite!
Leave it all to me.
Freeze!
Let it rain. Go, go, Baron Buddy.
Dodge this!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Cool it!
Time to clean up. I'll catch up. Someone needs... Someone needs assistance.
the wind. Freeze!
Steady as stone.
Windblade! Get him!
Leave it all to me.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Windblade! Prepare to be blown away! Hey! Get him! Go, Barret Bunny!
I must leave no stone.
Dodge this! What's the hurry? Freeze!
No one escapes my sight! Get him! Windblade! Yeah!
Cool it!
Leave it all to me.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Cool it!
I must leave no.
Get him!
As a good knight should.
Prepare to be blown away! Windblade, let it rain!
This moment will be frozen.
Steady as stone.
Dodge this!
I'll race you there!
Freeze!
Go, go, Barry!
Dodge this! Cool it! Don't get frostbite!
Windblade! Be gone! Time to clean up! I must leave no stone unturned. A little dusty. Best give it a spring clean. Someone needs assistance.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my...
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly an...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumer. Let's get our bearings. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found...
Welcome. Welcome!
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies... Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos. You see over there? Those are students from the academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need.
Those students seem to be discussing something.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have...
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move, especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them.
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for. I've heard that Ain el Akhmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy...
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very...
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty. So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're...
Someone needs assistance.
This is the place we heard those students talking about.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money?
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to...
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about...
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more go.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in... As you can see, members of Ain el Akhmar, years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title.
So, you mean the...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful... But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. Mark my words, our god shall return. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of... Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this?
I told you the other day. I wish to...
Ha! The boss made it perfectly...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough...
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your...
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow...
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their...
Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all...
Someone
who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emerald. Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going... He went that way! After him!
How can there be kind of...
What's the hurry?
Wait up! It's Al-Hatham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I need. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story.
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! She's really strong! Weren't you saying something?
She doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from I... Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even...
All right. I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind, we'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information...
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of... Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know.
But you're unable to compile this information because this is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed... Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information.
That's
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, they were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove. Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an... You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must... I need you to find someone named Dory. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. She's guarded against people from the Academia because I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that... Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust.
Why do you want us to...
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privilege.
Fine. So how do we...
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to...
Try inspecting them with element...
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when... That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use, and using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here's the... Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra...
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch.
Every ship deserves a...
No, look again. We're obviously wearing mourning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Freeze!
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken...
I'm sorry. But as things currently stand, we won't be able to fulfill your order.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at the paper that Alhi...
Before I retrieve your products, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right.
He's
cautious of us. Let's take a...
Before I retrieve your... Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition.
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a...
Before I retrieve your products, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that make...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to pack... Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Al-Haytham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there! Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way! Another password! Huh?
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just...
Oh, very good.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run so that's why I prefer to have customers like it's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all... Ah, yes, of course. Go ahead. Help.
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reason. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever...
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an
Ooh, now this sounds like a
2 million Mora and...
Whoa!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge cap...
Alright, let's try the method that Alhaitham mentioned.
You've really got a good...
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000...
Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million. Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent. Then please, select from this...
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we...
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million Mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find...
Uh-oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again. So, what did you see? So they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the more has already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques. The art of growing spices. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon, whether it's canned knowledge or...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Trust me, I'll find you.
Sometimes even more exciting than
You two made it.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia...
You're a pretty daring...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule that the
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't...
Yeah, she just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a... When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly...
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or even how to find your brother?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great... Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After a time, I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from...
They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains King Deshret's power.
So you kept hounding them because they refused?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out...
Yes, you can say that. But the day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Haytham, before you go, we actually...
You two want to try using... Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. Alright, this place works.
Here!
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge.
Really? Aw, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, we can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities.
Wow! Haytham! You must have been one of... Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
Sounds like you're...
All right, let's begin the test.
Dodge this!
Leave it all to me.
Prepare to be blown away!
Get him! No one escapes my sight! Windblade!
All right. I'll link your Akasha. The next step is to use this knowledge. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection.
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2. Fight with the same...
Oh, so sorry.
Windblade! Yeah! Go, go, Baron!
Freeze! Dodge this!
No escape! Get it!
Cool it! Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Prepare to be blown away!
Now, I'll start recording
Oh, Hatham, how's it?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve her combat capability. During the second...
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million...
Of course, this could be because she is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce as... At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal... I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is more of...
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where...
Hey! Go, go, Baron Bunny! Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it.
What, can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets, but you know, that kind of information. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if any.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The
Ein El Ahmar.
Ah, so you're up. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge capsule. That divine knowledge capsule is... The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took.
Thanks for the info.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as...
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. Turns out... Let's head back and talk them. Oh, hey, Thumb! We got the info you wanted.
Really? All right.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the...
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. But then, all right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar. And in which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain al-Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the... See you then.
Oh, Hatham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier.
Yep.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Don't you remember your adventure plans,
There's
my
so
lady?
many local specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more.